Okay, what I'm going to be covering today is converting a dot plot to a box and whisker plot. I've got a set of data, and they happen to be the weights of North Island and South Island sparrows split by North and South Island. First of all, I'm going to think about an appropriate scale for my box and whisker, for my dot plot. I can see my minimum value of 24 and my maximum value of 31, and I'm going to fill up the entire page, and I'm just going to try in pencil a few different combinations until I can find a scale that fits everything from 24 to 31, I think it is. No, 32. Okay, and it works out, if I go up in twos, I can get up to 34 quite easily. Obviously, you don't have to start at 0 for these types of graphs. From here, I'm going to plot the North Island sparrows. Okay. Notice that my dots are all the same size and that they are evenly spaced out exactly, and when I put them on top of each other I stack them evenly. Just another little pointer for the scale I forgot to mention is, notice that I wrote my numbers under a line, and if I quickly show you, beforehand I used a grid to help me rule it up. Okay, and notice that I've used the lines as opposed to the spaces for my scale. It's the same for the dots. I put the dots on the lines as opposed to the spaces. Okay, converting the dot plot into a box and whisker plot. For the North Island sparrows, and I've done a dot plot for the North Island sparrows, there are 9 sparrows. That is an odd number. Now, for my class, you'll remember me holding up my fingers, showing you an odd set of data, and I could do that with just one hand because 5 is an odd set, and I showed you that the middle value is actually a dot for an odd set. Okay, if you work it out, there is the exact middle. You count in 5 from the bottom, or you count in 5 from the top. Now, this is quite a small set of data. If you count from the top going down the rows, in other words, counting down the bars, so to speak, you need to count from the bottom going up the bars until you reach the middle number. Otherwise, you'll converge on different dots. Once I've found the middle, I can put a line in for the median. Then what I want to do is cover up the bottom half of the data. I can do this with my hand, and if you do that, if I cover up the bottom half, I can see there's just 4 dots left. From there, 4 dots, that's an even number of dots, and if you were in my class you would have seen me hold up 10 fingers, and I can show you with an even set of data there isn't a dot in the middle of an even set of data. It's actually a space that you're looking for. Now, lightly in pencil, you can mark, I've done it in red, you can mark where that space is, and that becomes the upper quartile. Similarly, for the lower quartile, it's the space between the second and third dot in the lower half. That becomes the lower quartile. Put it in. Okay, connect up the lower and upper quartiles, creating the box, and then attach the whiskers, which take the box up to the maximum value and down to the minimum value. Okay. Now, without drawing a new scale, it's really important that you use the same scale to plot the South Island sparrows. So what I like to do is just draw another line straight above to give me another base to collect my dots, and put in and this time I've just started with an even set of data. It doesn't matter so much if you have more North Island sparrows than South Island sparrows. That just gives you something else to talk about in the evaluation. Okay, with an even set of data, as I said, hold up 10 fingers. The middle point is not actually a dot, it is a space between two dots. Oh. Now I'm a little bit out of order here. No, I'm not. Sorry. That middle point that I just put in there was the median. Then I've covered up the bottom half. Again, the top half is an even data set of 4. And again, I'm not looking for a particular dot, I'm looking for a space between two dots. And similarly with the bottom half, drawing up the upper and the lower, drawing the whiskers, and there is 2 dot plots, one odd data set, one even data set converted into a box and whisker plot. My class will remember me doing the 80s dance moves with your hands to show counting down the bars or dots from the top and then counting up the bars from the bottom to find middle points. In the assessment there will obviously be many more dots to count in towards a middle value, and the trick is to count either down from the top and up from the bottom, or you could always count down from the bottom and up from the top. Works both ways. Okay, and this is all I really wanted to address for this video. I suggest that it looks easy when you watch someone else do it, but I suggest you make up some data and you have a go and practice this technique of drawing a dot plot and converting it into a box and whisker plot.